Hey, great morning. Today is a Ask Me Anything Friday. Ask Me Anything Friday. So don't have anything planned. And if you don't have any questions, we will shut this bad boy down. Ask Me Anything Friday. Hey, great morning, Miss Bernadette. Today is an Ask Me Anything Friday. So don't have a topic. I'm trying to encourage all of the viewers who immediately send me a DM after the show. I mean, humans are just fascinating. I don't know. Like, they would sit here and watch an entire 45 minutes, ask no questions. Immediately when the show is over, they're like, hey, Wes, I got a question. Like, really? So today is, we don't have a topic. This is just to encourage open dialogue. So ask a question if you have a question. If you don't have any questions, then you can go prepare nutritious meals for your customers. But as always, thank you for stopping by. But no topic, just open dialogue. If you have questions, please. No one is going to think that you're foolish. No one is going to think that you're dumb. No one is going to think that you're stupid. It's okay to ask the question because a lot of the stuff that I know, there was a time when I didn't know it. And it's okay. It is totally okay to not know. It is not okay to know and not do better. But you're not going to know and do better unless you ask the questions. Everything that I know, every single thing that I know, I asked a question about it. Yes, I did. So I was not born doing customer service or customer experience. I asked questions. So that's it. That's the show, Miss Bernadette said. Unless you have questions, then you can utilize this time to do more productive things. All right. Yes, I saw someone else joined. This is just a hey, Miss Naya, how you doing? So today is a Ask Me Anything Friday. I don't have a topic today. This is just to encourage individuals to participate in the discussions because, like I was telling Miss Bernadette, every time I do the show, um, there are no questions. But immediately after the show, I get flooded with my inbox with questions. And I wish that I'm assuming people are afraid or they don't want to look stupid. But if they ask a question in a public forum, everyone gets to benefit. Like Naya, if you ask a question, Miss Bernadette gets to benefit from your answer. So I really want to encourage asking questions. All right, Miss Bernadette says, let's see, boom, boom, boom. So I let my first customer to sample before they buy. Then they buy and came back with the meal requesting that they want something else. What should I do in this case? I'm not understanding. So I let my first customer sample before they buy. Okay. So you gave John a sample before he ate the food. Then they buy and came back with a meal requesting they want some. Bernadette, I think you have, I'm not clear. So if you don't mind just double checking what you wrote, be sure that's exactly what you wanted to say. Okay, time. Okay, so where do I substitute time for? Where do I substitute time for? So I let my first customer, so I let my first time customer to sample before they buy. Okay, I let first time customers sample before they buy. Then they buy. And okay, so I let my first time customers to sample before they buy. All right, so John is new. You can get a sample. I get that. Then they buy and came back with a meal requesting that they want something. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't know if they or if anyone else reading this paragraph, let me know what the question is. So I get the point where it says I let my first time customers sample before they buy. Then they come back and buy, and then they have a meal request. So they have a request that they want something else. Oh, I get it. I get it. So let me summarize so that I think I got it, right? So John is new. He comes, he buys some food, he samples, then he likes it, so he buys what he samples. Then he comes back another day, I'm assuming, requesting that he wants something else. Then you would sell him something else, or give him another sample of something else. Yeah, I mean, I think I answered that correctly. Let me know if that makes sense. So to summarize, John is new. John wants to try the oxtail. He's like, let me try the oxtail. Oxtail tastes good if you eat oxtail. I don't. And all right, so he tries the fish because I eat fish. So he tries the fish, loves this fish, says, I want the fish, pays for the fish, comes back, and after having the fish, let me try the curry chicken. Sell him the curry chicken. I don't see a problem with that at all. Great question, though. Let me know, type yes if I answered it, if I got it correct. I'm having a short bus moment right now. Short bus with the tinted windows and the AC. Let me know if I got that right, Miss Bernadette. If you're just tuning in, today's an Ask Me Anything Friday. Ask Me Anything Friday. Hopefully I got that right, Miss Bernadette. Hopefully I got that right. She's probably typing because there is a slight delay. So I let my first time customers to sample before they buy. Then they buy and they come back with a meal request in that they want something else. I say you sell them something else because you just got 2 sales out of 1. That's what I would do. Anyone else? Any more questions? Any more questions? Anyone else has any more questions? If you are just tuning in, today is an Ask Me Anything Friday, so you can ask me anything pertaining to customer service or customer experience. Any questions that you have. We're trying to encourage asking questions in public. Don't wait till the show is over to DM me. No, ask the question right now, live, while we are live, so that everyone else can benefit from the question. So we have 5 on here, 6 on here, 7 on here. So if you have questions, again, we don't have a topic for today. Just trying to encourage. Bernadette, hit a 1 if I got it correct. If I answered it correctly. Ask Me Anything Friday. So we're asking any questions that you have about customer service, customer experience. And if you don't have any questions, we will shut this bad boy down and I will wish you a great weekend. Yeah, so don't feel pressured to ask questions. You should ask questions, but don't feel pressured by any way, shape, or form. Don't feel pressured. Anyone else with a question? I'm going to give it till 8:15. If we don't have any more questions by 8:15, we will lock this bad boy down. And I will wish you guys an amazing weekend. An amazing weekend. Ms. Bernadette, are you open on Sundays as well? Let me know if you are open, if your catering service is open on Sundays. Yes, if you are just tuning in, today is an Ask Me Anything Friday. We don't have a topic. We are simply encouraging open questions. Oftentimes, individuals have questions and they don't. All right, so they sample multiple things, but after getting that meal, they ate half, then came back after eating half of the meal, requesting another meal because they don't like it. Oh no. Oh, so I got it. Okay. I got it. All right. So They sample multiple things. So I think what you're experiencing is a Wes Walters in his first year of college. So let me break down the psychology of that customer, Miss Bernadette. That is a customer who is probably freshman year in college. So what they do, this is talking to the young Wes at 17, right? So they would go to restaurants that, like you, they give samples and be like, hey, let me try that. Let me try that. Some of that. Some mac and cheese. So in no time, they have a small saucer of food. So they have just successfully ate an appetizer for free 99, right? So pay for that, get the appetizer for free, then pay for meal number one, right? So they sample one thing, but after getting that meal, after eating half of it, I'm like, saying, I don't like that meal. Now, I wouldn't do this part. No, I would get the free samples, but coming back, eating half, and then wanting a refund, absolutely not. You say absolutely not. And this is what you need to do to quell that. You need to put a sign that food once given, and this is how you do it. You say for safety reasons, for health reasons. For health reasons, once food is given to you, we cannot take it back, first of all. And you cannot eat half of the food. It's up to your discretion. And I know you are a Christian, so you're going to be very forgiving. So if I were you, I would let somebody else handle this decision making, because you're going to constantly be giving refunds. You are just too nice and too sweet of a person to do the judging on this. You're going to be like, well, it's technically, he still have 2 rice grains left. Give him his refund. No, you are too forgiving of a person, because I know you and I know your character. You shouldn't be the one making that decision. You need someone with a little more scratches on the edges, like Wes. Someone like me. You need to have someone with the makeup like Wes, who would be a little more harsher on the critique and be like, listen, brother, there are 3 rice grains left and chicken bones in this plate. I am so sorry to disappoint you, but we cannot give you a refund. And no, you cannot have any more samples. I rebuke you. No, really. Miss Bernadette, knowing who you are, someone can eat half of the meal and come back and be like, I don't like it. Well, if you didn't like it, how did you eat half of the meal? So you need to put this in writing on where they can see it. Say, hey, for health reason of COVID, and once the food is given to you, we cannot take it back. And it is up to our discretion that if, you need to put here is where it's okay to be stern. You're going to be like, listen, have you lost your... So here it is. This is what's happening. Again, I'm breaking down the psychology of this customer. They have sized you up, Miss Bernadette. They have sized you up and be like, oh, that's somebody's grandma. Oh, I got her. Oh, yeah, I got her. I'm about to give her this work. This is what's happening. I'm breaking down the psychology of the customer that you're dealing with that's doing this. They have sized you up. There she is, always quoting scriptures. She's a Christian. She's somebody's grandma. Oh, look at the little grandkids playing. Oh, she's so nice. Oh, I got her. She ain't gonna do nothing but say, here's your refund. No, it's okay. No. Don't say wow. Don't say wow. No, that's not a bad thing. Look. Who you are is a blessing. No, don't change who you are. No. Please. Don't say wow. I was like, I need to change. No, continue to be who you are and operate in your authentic self, because who you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself and what you give to the world is your gift to God. So I am not saying you should change. Do not change who you are. But I am speaking not from your perspective. I'm speaking from the perspective of the customer, because I know that dude very well. He has sized you up, and he's followed you on Instagram, and it's all black people. It doesn't matter if he's purple. I don't care if he's purple. Mindset doesn't have any color. You know, poverty is a mindset, and the same poverty-minded individuals that are in the trailer parks are in the ghetto. So it's not a color thing here. This is just a mindset. This is a smash and grab mentality where I am gonna take, grab. So this is some person who doesn't normally have things. So every opportunity that they have, they feel they have to scam somebody else out because either they've been scammed a lot or they're like, I don't have much. So people who don't have much have a smash and grab mentality. Anytime there's an opportunity, they smash and grab. Free food, free computers, you know, everything. So this is what it is. So it's not a color thing. It's a mentality thing. And that doesn't mean this person is going to be in that state forever. This is just where they are right now. So again, this is happening because they have sized you up. This is happening because they have sized you up. Good morning, Miss Hogue. They are sizing you up. And here it is. So they see you as the Bible quoting, and they went to your Instagram page. She's always quoting the Lord, and she has the oh, this is somebody's grandma. Oh, she about to get this work. Somebody grandma. Oh, grandmas are soft and cuddly. Oh, I got her. I'm about to eat all day off of her. Yes, grandma. I'm about to get this work. So they're like, hey, miss, let me have 17 samples, please. And you're like, praise the Lord, here's a sample. Because you know on your product, once they taste it, they're going to buy it. But you miss the okie dokie. They're like, yeah, give me 17 samples, because I'm going to have these 17 samples. I'm going to be half full. I got a meal on you, and then I'm going to pay for one meal. Then I'm going to come back because you're a grandmother and you're not going to say no. I'm going to come back and be like, look, this was awful. Please give me my money back. This is what they're doing. They're coming. Oh my God. Good God. What'd you put in that thing? It was awful. Can I get my money back? Can I get a refund? See, I tell you this. If your son standing at 5'11" was there, they would do an about face and be like, let's come back tomorrow when Jason is not there. If I was there, they would never try that. Because I'm not a grandma and I'm not warm and cuddly. I'm not fuzzy. I'm raw. I give it to you like, look. So you're laughing because you know. You're laughing. She's like, how did Wes know they're doing that? They're coming up in there, licking their fingers. Good. God, what'd you put in that thing? Oh my God. Is that honey? Is that honey going? Good Lord. This was awful. I need a refund. That's what they're doing. So I wouldn't be you should have somebody else handling that, because you're going to lose every single time because you're just too nice of a person. You're too nice of a person. And your customers who are doing that have already sized you up like, I'm about to run game on her and I'm about to eat for free. So that's how you handle that. But great question. You said it right. Yeah, they're like, look at your picture. Look at you. Little happy grandmother with the little shave, with the Gucci shades and little lipstick. You wouldn't hurt a fly. Like if you had me at 19, I would be eating off of you every day. I'm playing. But in college, in freshman year, when you had an option of eating a honey bun or going by Miss Bernadette's food truck and runs game on her, Miss Bernadette food trucks wins all the time, every single time. I'm like, I got $5 left. I can get a honey bun, or I can go over here and get some free samples from the food truck. Ding, 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 ding. The food truck wins every single time. Hey, Mr. Wayne. How you doing, brother? Hey, Wayne, all the way from the UK. How you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in years. So we're talking about, this is a free Ask Me Anything question. Ask Me Anything Friday, just to encourage individuals to ask questions live during the show and not wait till after the show to shoot me a DM. You said it right. I know I said it right, Miss Bernadette. I got that right because I know that customer very well. That was Wes being broke in college. But I wouldn't do the whole eat half and take the money back. I wouldn't do that. That's what we call trifling. It's okay. You can say, man, sir, you're trifling. You're trifling in the name of the Lord. Put some Jesus on it. This is what you do. Say, you are trifling in the name of the Lord. That's what you do. Put some, say it your way. Say you are trifling in the name of the Lord. That's what you do. Yeah, speak some tongues on it. Yeah. Any more questions? That was a good question though. But yeah, they got you sized up. Yeah. Put some testosterone behind there with you. Wait, Elijah is probably how tall is Elijah now? He's probably 5 feet. Put Elijah back there. Screw face Elijah. Make sure he has black shades on. You don't want him to see his eyes. Have him wear. Well, I guess what he's wearing a mask anyway. So Elijah with a mask. Elijah with the mask with black shades. That's who you need to be the person deciding who gets refunds, because they're not going to see his face that he's young. They're going to see a tall black man with black shades, and they're going to question, I don't think I want to run scam today. So this is how you do that. You let your son, 6 foot tall son with his mask and his dark shades, so all they see is a little bit of skin and a little bit of skin. They have no idea who's behind those dark glasses. That's who handles your refunds from now on, Miss Bernadette. And you will see that changes overnight. Yes, any more questions? If we don't have any more questions, we will shut it down at 8:30. You will shut it down at 8:30. Any more questions? That was a great question though, Miss Bernadette. Got you. See? This is what I like about Miss Bernadette, because she doesn't sit here and just, waste 45 minutes of her time because she likes seeing me. No, she's here to take notes and implement. See what she said? She was like, got you. Making that change right now. Today, he's sitting in. Yeah. Look at your, Miss Bernadette, be honest. Look at your picture. Look at your picture. Thank you for all that you do. I have learned so much from this program. Miss Bernadette, look at your little sweet picture with the shades. Face look like fresh Noxzema with a shea butter glow. That lady can't say no to me. Man, I walk up in there, screw face. Shawty, this rice was awful. I want my money back. She'd be like, okay, praise the Lord. You can have your money. Yeah. Every single day. If I was dealing with you at Bernadette, you look like the word yes. If yes was a person, this would be the I want to make a meme with your picture. If being sweet and saying yes was a person, it would be Miss Bernadette. All right, question on Instagram. Do you think it's okay to ask how's everything doing? Or I guess how is everything going? Or if they don't say anything, you leave it alone. Great question. So the question for the ones on on Facebook and YouTube, the question is from Miss Naya. Naya asks, is it a good thing to ask, how is everything going? Is everything okay? Or should we leave it up? If they don't say anything, don't ask. Absolutely not. Naya, please, with sprinkles on it, pinky please, ask, how is everything? How is everything going? So I have tenants. I'm the landlord, Naya. And I check in with my tenants. So when they rent the property, I'm like, look, no news is good news, because I'm too busy to be checking up on you like your kids. So tell me when something's wrong and I'll fix it. But ever so often, even as a landlord, I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Am I serving you guys? Are you guys comfortable? So you have to constantly, Naya, please, great question. So the question again, if you're just tuning in, should you ask if everything is okay? Or should, if they say nothing, out of sight, out of mind? No, the response to that is you ask. You create what's called a feedback loop, where you get feedback from your customers. That is the best data you can ever get, because it's honest. For the most part, it's honest. Naya said she's a landlord too, and she checks up on her tenants. Yes, check up on them. Is everything okay? Is the hot water hot enough? Is the cold water cold enough? Bernadette says, absolutely, you should. If you have a restaurant, hey, as a manager, if you have a brick and mortar restaurant, there should be a 2-minute check for your servers. After they deliver the food, they circle back in 2 minutes. And why is that 2-minute check? It's called a 2-minute bite check. That bite check is important because right then you have the opportunity to rectify what could be a quick situation going downhill. At 2 minutes, when you drop the food off, you circle back in 2 minutes. Like, is everything okay? Hey, I need some ketchup. Boom. Now, for me, when I eat veggie burgers, I like ketchup and mayo. If you deliver my burger without ketchup, that 2-minute circle back around gives you an opportunity to catch it. Now, here it is. I will not eat the burger without ketchup and mayo. I just can't. So right then, in that 2-minute catch, you have the opportunity to turn a bad review into a good review. That's why that 2-minute check. So circling back around, is everything okay? No, everything is not okay. Can I get some ketchup? Boom. You just made it right, and I'm back to eating my burger. So definitely ask constantly. You want to create a feedback loop where this is automatic. You want to have something right there where there are customers who are afraid to talk, who don't want to be, especially if you're dealing with food. People are not confrontational when it comes to food because they should rightfully so. They feel that if they complain, you might spit in their food. You might do something bad. We go to YouTube and type in, you'll see all of the horror stories of hidden cameras catching individuals preparing food and the horrors that they do. So people in restaurants traditionally don't like to be confrontational. They're like, I'm just going to take this loss because I ain't saying take this back, because when they take it back, it's coming back with some seasoned salt on it. If you know what seasoned salt is, and I don't mean Miss Dash, it's coming back with something extra. I don't want that. So, but ask or create a feedback loop. Say like, hey, ways that we can improve, let us know. You want to have that on your receipts. Hey, you know, man, if I don't have one, but I normally screenshot stuff, but I can't share the screenshots. But like, oh, here it is. Here it is. Boom, boom, boom. I got a text from T-Mobile, and you're not going to be able to see it, but you're not going to be able to see it. Hey, there it is. Yeah, you probably won't see it. But T-Mobile, I called T-Mobile yesterday, and in the text right after the call, hey, would you recommend T-Mobile? How much would you recommend T-Mobile? How great was the person you spoke to? Like immediately at the speed of now, it's automatically, as soon as you hang up, boom, text came through. So yeah, ask the questions. Great question, Naya. Any more questions? That was a great question, Naya. Any more questions? 8:30. If there's no more questions, we'll shut it down at 8:32. So here's a question from again, they DM'd me. See, this is the problem. People don't listen. The whole purpose of the show is to ask the question so that everybody else can benefit. I'm assuming this person is shy and they don't want to be seen. I don't know. But anyway, the question is, in my DM, as always, my question is along the lines of Miss Bernadette. How much free service do you offer a person that has already hired you to support them? So say you were under contract with a person and they ask for additional services after you've already entered the contract with them. Do you renegotiate right away, or do you offer them a sample? For me, because I'm all about. So the question is, Naya, the individuals on Instagram, Miss Danielle Patterson. So the question is, Miss Danielle, if you're just tuning in, this is Ask Me Anything Friday. So the question is, how much free service do you offer a person that has already, or person or business that has already hired you to support them? So you've already signed a contract based on these terms. I'm going to give you X. I'm going to give you 12 songs. You give me $12. That contract has already been signed. So say you are under contract with that person and they ask you for additional services after you've already entered into a contract with them. Do you renegotiate right away, or do you offer them a sample? It all depends on how much heavy lifting is involved in the additional services that they ask you for. If it's something simple that, hey, Right then, you make it clear to them. You say, hey, this normally costs this, and this is outside of the scope that we agreed upon. You can turn to page 7 and see that it's not there. But because of you and me trying to build partnerships and alliances, I will do it this one time. Again, depends on how easy it is for you to do. If it's something that's just massive work hours and human capital, you put a stop to me like, hey, this is something that will take a lot of time. And if I say yes to doing this, it's taking me away from serving other customers who have paid for me to do this. So if you really want me to do it, this is what it looks like. How much is the cost? This is an idea of what it might cost you. But because you're already in a contract with me, I'd give you a little discount. That's how you handle that. So if it's something simple, absolutely. You're like, hey, no problem. I got you. Just think about me when it's time to renew that new contract. If it's something that requires a lot of heavy lifting, you let them know, hey, we can't do this. And here is why, because it's going to take us away from serving customers who have already paid for that. Any person, any CEO who is in business will clearly understand it. If they get upset, then like my mentor would tell me, they're not running a business. They are running a business. And you don't want to do business with people that are running businesses. Okay? There's a difference between running a legitimate business and someone who is running a business. Stay away from people that are running business. All right, great question. Individual who didn't want to be seen in public because they are afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sacred grounds. Sacred grounds. No one is stupid. No one is foolish. When you ask a question in public, others are able to benefit. In your case, people still benefited, but at least she asked the question. She DM'd me during the show. Most individuals wait till the show is over and be like, well, I didn't want to look stupid, Wes. How do you feel about this? How would I handle this? So great question. Great question. Any more questions? Any more questions? It is 8:35. If we don't have any more questions by 8:40, we will shut this bad boy down. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute show because I knew no one would ask any questions, but I'm happy and proud of you guys. We should do this more often. Just show up, Wes, no topics, and be like, ask me anything. Any more questions? So far the questions was like Miss Bernadette was being so sweet. See, Miss Bernadette, a way to fix that is to, let me add too much humor to it. Do what I tell you with your son. Have him wear with his mask and his dark shades. Just because he's so tall, they can't tell if it's a man behind those shades or not. And like there's a saying on the street, game recognized game. They see him, they're like, oh, that's no grandma. So they think twice. That when you got to answer to a man, I mean a man, not someone who's up there like, no, when I got to answer to a man, like, you want a refund? Really? They think twice. They be like, maybe I might just, have a bottle of water instead of trying to get another free meal. Let me just have a bottle of water. And they might pay for the water too. Yeah. When there's accountability, when they got to get G-checked, there's a chance of being G-checked by another man. They're like, oh, is it really worth it, player? No. Next question. Any more questions? So far, that was the question with Miss Bernadette being taken advantage of for being a sweet, God-fearing woman. We told her how to fix that. The second question was from Miss Naya asking, should you check up on your customers if they have a lot? She apparently Naya is used to customers operating from no news is good news, but you cannot risk that. It's too big of a risk to say no news is good news. They could be over there boiling like, I can't stand when she does this, but you would never know unless you ask. So you have to ask. And the other question was, how much should you do for free outside of scope of what you've already agreed upon? And the response to that is dependent on how cumbersome it is, how much heavy lifting is involved. Great questions. We got 3 more minutes, and if we don't have any more questions by 8:40, I will wish you guys a happy and safe weekend. Someone in the DM, someone asked, did I go to Howard University? No, I did not go to Howard University. This is not Howard University. I did go to HBCU though. I went to Morris Brown in Clark, Atlanta. graduated from Morris Brown, but this is not this is not Howard University. Everybody's on Howard's jock now because the vice president. No, this is Hustle University. This is the first virtual HBCU. Yes, this is not Howard University. This is Hustle University, where you put the hustle in your muscle. So Hustle University is a virtual HBCU that only serves hardcore entrepreneurs. And to be a hardcore entrepreneur, you have to pretty much fall into one category. Entrepreneurship, you have people that are looking for information. People are looking for information. You're not ready for entrepreneurship. You cannot work with Hustle University. Then there's another level where people are looking for inspiration. Like, I have this idea, but I just need someone to motivate me. Go back to your job. You are not ready for entrepreneurship if you need inspiration. You have to be self-motivated to be an entrepreneur. If you need motivation, you're not going to make it. Please do not go back to human resources and say, hey, I was tripping. I didn't mean to put in my 2 weeks. Can we work this out? Can I still have my job? If you need inspiration, you're not ready for entrepreneurship. Now, the third type of people or person, and that's the only type of entrepreneur that Hustle University works with. Let me remove so people can see it. People can see where's my lower third? My lower third, how do I get rid of my lower third? Anyway, let me slide over. How's that? There you go. So the third type of entrepreneur that Hustle University works with are the ones that are ready for implementation. Not information, not inspiration, but implementation. Those are the only entrepreneurs that we work with, because those are ready for action. And we only work with action takers, the ones that are decisive and know what they want. They don't have to pray about it. They don't have to fast about it. They can't pull the trigger because it's Mercury retrograde. They can't move forward because they're in the Saturn return. None of that stuff. They see it, they want it, and they're ready to implement. So that's what HU is, Hustle University. And that's the only type of entrepreneur that we work with. Not to be confused with Howard University. However, it is an HBCU. It's the first online HBCU, but it is not Howard University. This is Hustle University. I did not go to Howard. I did go to an HBCU, the best HBCU, the 4 best HBCUs here in Atlanta, at Clark, Atlanta, Morris Brown, Morehouse, and Spelman. You will not find a group of colleges in that square footage where the most scholars that produce most Black scholars. You will not find it. Those 4 institutions right there, and they're right across the street. So if you were lucky like me in your junior year, you got to take all of your classes at Spelman. Won't he do it? Yes, he would. Yes, he would. That's the God I worship. Junior year, I strategically scheduled all of my classes at Spelman because I needed to tap into my feminine self, right? Any more questions? All right, 8:41. All right, so I said 8:40. So we're going to give it 60 more seconds, and then we're going to wish you guys a great weekend. Any more questions? 60 seconds, and then it's a wrap. All right. Listen, thank you for tuning in to this awesome episode, another awesome episode of CX in the Morning. I am your host, Wes Walters, and I really enjoyed this. I was really happy that individuals asked questions. We had a question on IG, and we had a question here on Facebook. So thank you so much for asking questions and for not being afraid or to be feeling that you're going to look stupid. You're not going to look stupid. This is sacred ground. No one is going to make fun of you. Actually, more people that are watching are going to benefit from your question. So not just you benefit from the question, others. This is free group coaching. So we just witnessed the power of group coaching. So if you are a business owner and manager, this is where you want to be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern for CX in the Morning. And if you need help implementing anything that you saw, if you need help with your business, that you're struggling with customer service or customer experience, go to workwithwes.com, and myself and my team will give you a free customer experience audit. You will share with us what your goals are, and we will share with you how we can help you achieve those goals in the shortest time possible utilizing our system. So go to workwithwes.com, and we will reach out to you. Someone from the team will reach out to you. Otherwise, I wish you guys a great weekend. Please be safe. I want to see you on Monday. I don't want to read, oh my God, remember that one viewer? She didn't make it to the show on Monday. No, we don't want that. So I want to see you on Monday, and you guys go in peace and love. Peace.